Hello, this is a tutorial on using an app called Popplet. You can get to it at popplet.com on a computer, but there is also an iOS app for Apple products. It works on the phone and on the iPad, but again, also works on a computer. I'm in the computer version or the web-based version. Again, popplet.com. Popplet allows you to create infographics, concept maps, mind maps as a way to visually share and present information. You may wish to share relationships or show your understanding of relationships or linkages. It can help you show or clarify your thinking. You can classify ideas. You can highlight similarities and differences, which shows that you have a deeper understanding of the content being studied. It also can sharpen your analytical skills as you're piecing things together. So let's talk a little bit about how easy it is to build a Popplet. And Popplet is really just a digital bulletin board, and you have the access to build a concept map or a mind map with text, graphics, images, videos, a lot of different things. So once you log in to your account, you need to create an account so that you can get access to your Popplets when you need them. You'll have this screen and you can just go up to this area here that says Make New Popplet. To get an idea of what you can do with Popplets, there's some example Popplets over here on the right side, as well as some public Popplets that are available for people to see. Let's pull up some here to show you. Taking a little while to load. But you can see some examples over here of what some people are doing with them. So here's some additional examples. And you generally start with some type of central subject or construct, and then it branches out from there and you demonstrate your understanding. So we're going to make a new Popplet. So we give our Popplet a name. We can pick a color for our Popplet. Say I'm going to make a blue in here. And so now what we have is kind of a blue background. Bob's Popplet is the name of our Popplet. And as you can see here, as I move my mouse around, double click to make a Popplet. Now a Popplet is just this box. And so let's talk a little bit about the Popplet. This is my name because it's my account at Robert Payne, so it's got my name on it. And if a student was actually putting this together and then sharing it with the rest of the class or with the teacher, his or her name would be on that spot. Obviously, we all kind of know what X is. That's closing out of something. If I want to create other Popples, these little gray and white circles is how I do that. This allows me to create a new Popplet. I also have the ability, if I click on this little lower left icon here that kind of shows a small sample or example of the Popplet, I have the ability to change some colors. I just click through here, change the colors. Now notice down here in the bottom right that if I do not hit save now, this particular change is not going to get locked in. So you want to save this periodically. Looks like I might be having a little slow internet connection as well too, so that's another reason to save. I'm going to go back to black. By clicking on this icon here, it allows me to change the size of any text that I want to put in. I also have the ability to either center it or left or right justify the text that I'm going to put in. And so maybe I don't want it in two lines right there, so maybe I can make it a little smaller. Try not. That looks pretty good. So I also have the ability, if I want to, I can actually draw some things. You know, whatever symbol I want to put in, what have you. I'm not a great drawer, but you have the ability to draw some things. Or you might just want to use it kind of to make a brief image or sketch of whatever it is you're going to talk about. You don't have to have a drawing in there, but that's what that does. But probably one of the more powerful ones is things that you can upload. You can upload YouTube videos directly from here. You can upload some Vimeo videos that you may have, or you can upload things that you have stored on your computer. So this could be PDFs, this could be graphics, images, whatever that you have stored, you can go ahead and click on your computer and then add those particular links. Okay, so I'm going to add another Poppple here, and then I'm going to go to things that I can upload, click on YouTube, and I'm going to put in managing people for the subject. And Steve Jobs talks about managing people, so I'm going to click on that and I'm going to add that to the Poppple. And so you see that it included that right in the window, and it's nice and neat, and people can play that video once they're working on this Poppple. I have the ability to drag these items wherever I want and place them wherever I need to have them placed. If I go back to this Popple, I can create another item off of here, back to this Popple again. Maybe I go to this spot, and I can drag here. Notice if you grab these corners, I can make the size, but I can also just drag it and move it over to the side. Maybe I come back to this one again. All I'm doing is clicking on this Popple so I can get access to essentially the toolbar here. I come over here and grab this one and take it over here. So just like you would in any concept map, mind map, or any infographics, you're kind of putting information and content in here to explain some particular topic, and use that with these particular graphical elements. Okay, so again, have the ability to change the background. If I need more screen space because I'm using a lot of things, I can actually shrink the screen space down. I could bring it back to the middle. I can move in on some things. I also have the ability, if I'm in presentation mode, to go full screen. And if I was actually presenting this along with an oral presentation to go along with my diagram as I wanted to explain, I could do it full screen. I also have the ability to share. So I can make it public, I can add a collaborator, I can tweet it, I can actually get a link or embed code and send this to anybody that I'd like to send it with. So if it's a student, I can share it with the rest of the class or just with the teacher. From a instructor perspective, if the instructor creates this, they can actually grab this embed code and put it right into the Blackboard shell, or can actually email it to everybody in the class. Kind of depends on what you want to do there. Okay. So I'm going to get out of that. And then the last thing I want to show you is this little settings icon right here. There's a number of different things that we can do with it. We can add some new people to this Popple. We can save it. Here we have some editing features depending on what we've done. If we've copied and pasted, we have the undo button. We can organize some things in various ways. We can add some content, again, either YouTube or video. It doesn't allow you from this spot to add something from your computer. So remember, from that perspective, I always go to these icons because it does give you the computer icon as a possibility. If I click back on, whoops, didn't want to click on that computer, but just to show you. We got export. I can export this Popplet as a PDF. I can export it as a JPEG, that type of a thing. There's some labs available. There's some other things. You can actually print this whole thing out if you want to. So there's a few things that are available that you might want to just explore, but the idea here is just to overall show you the types of things that you can do with it and the types of things that you can add. So again, the instructional strategy here would be for comparing and contrasting type situations. It's Bloom's level 4 and above, and it can help your students develop some higher order thinking skills, and they can form some generalizations based on how they categorize some of these items. So again, this is Popplet, and I hope you enjoy it.